Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
It's a 15-minute test that's widely used here in Detroit for first responders and in nursing homes. But now there's a new warning about the accuracy of these Abbott Labs tests. But we do begin here at noon with the contention at the Capitol. Governor Whitmer and Republican lawmakers go to court over her emergency orders. And Republicans say that she's breaking the law by going around the legislature. With nearly 50,000 cases of coronavirus in Michigan, she says that she's just trying to save lives. The issue went before a judge this morning. Local 4's Priya Mann was following the hearing for us, and she joins us now live with the developments. Priya?
Evrod, we heard from the Assistant Solicitor General and the attorney representing the Republican-controlled House and Senate. Republican lawmakers say Governor Whitmer has overstepped her constitutional authority by issuing ongoing emergency orders due to the pandemic. Lawmakers argue the governor needs approval from Lansing to extend her executive orders. Michigan is currently under its third emergency declaration since the first confirmed case of COVID-19 in March. But the governor asserts she's within her rights, citing two laws: the Emergency Powers of Governor Act of 1945 and the Emergency Management Act of 1976. Both sides appeared before Michigan Court of Claims Judge Cynthia Stevens. Take a listen to an exchange between Assistant Solicitor General Chris Allen and Judge Stevens.
Your perception is, so long as she perceives, validly or invalidly, that there is an emergent condition, she can terminate one order and start another for as long as she deems appropriate. And the legislature would have no role under the EMA to do anything about it.
No,
That's
Your
kind
Honor.
of a yes or no.
No, because, and I think the language.
No, they can't do anything about it. That's what you're saying.
No, Your Honor, what I'm saying is validly or invalidly is, I think, the crux of the matter. She can't just say that there's an emergency if there isn't.
Yeah, but the question for lawmakers is, if Governor Whitmer continues to extend her emergency orders, where does that leave them? What power do they have? Both sides expect to hear back from the court next week. The judge did intimate she thinks this case could go up to Michigan Supreme Court. We'll continue to follow these developments. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All righty, Priya, of course, we'll continue to follow this one. Lawmakers are holding a meeting today to address the new budget outlook 2 months after the coronavirus pandemic hit the state. The Senate Fiscal Agency is predicting a $1.4 billion deficit in the state's general fund and a $1.2 billion deficit in the school aid fund for the fiscal year that ends on September 30th. Payroll employment in Michigan is expected to plummet by roughly 1 million jobs during the current quarter, but economists forecast the state to recover at least 62% of the jobs lost by the year's end.
So we knew that the payroll job number is going to be bad. So it was a little bit worse than we expected, but not significantly so. Looking at these numbers, we expect another pretty poor payroll jobs count for May, but after that, we think we can revert back to gaining jobs as restrictions on businesses are lifted.
Governor Whitmer is holding a news conference this afternoon at 3, where we expect that she's going to be asked about the budget and the legislature's lawsuit. You can watch it live here on Local 4 and on clickondetroit.com. All right, we'll have more on the coronavirus coming up in just a little bit. But first, we do want to keep you updated on the weather because, man, has it changed. All of the overnight rain that we saw and through most of the morning left some of the roads flooded. This is I-94 westbound right at French Road. And you can see cars are driving through there slowly. Feet of water, in fact. And we have learned that one car might have spun out. Let's get on over to meteorologist Brandon Rue. It's been a pretty rainy stretch of the morning and overnight, but you're saying that there's a chance that we could see some sun today, huh? We saw it in parts.
A little bit, yeah. And so I love days like this when it can't seem to make up its mind. Umbrella, sunglasses, both needed. And our Paul Gross has written a great article about rain, how much you got, what areas were hit. Very detailed article on Click on Detroit. In case you're curious how much you got, and I think what I saw as the big winner was over 1.6 inches in Livingston County from Thursday and Friday rains. Right now, temperatures are flirting with 70 degrees. We have a live shot here in Ann Arbor where there are some drops coming down. 69 with a west-southwest wind at about 13, gusting a little stronger at times, but middle upper 60s. And here comes another batch of rain. Can't rule out an isolated little rumble of thunder as conditions have warmed. You can feel the humidity, a little unstable, but we are looking at an attempt to dry you out after 2 or 3 o'clock, a little more sunshine and middle 70s coming back. Your weekend forecast, Evrod, a little good, a little bad, a little everything coming your way coming up.
All right, Brandon, we'll see you in just a little bit. New here at noon, a man has been killed in a crash on 696. Sky 4 was over the scene from earlier this morning. It was right there at Hoover. State police say that a gas grill actually fell out of a pickup truck on westbound 696 just before 9. And the 71-year-old driver had gotten out of his truck to go and get the grill, and sadly he was hit by a car and killed. The driver that hit the man was taken to the hospital just as a precaution. And now back to the very latest involving the coronavirus. It's a test heavily relied on here in Detroit, but now there are concerns about its accuracy. The FDA has issued a warning about Abbott Labs' 15-minute coronavirus test. A small unpublished study by New York University found the test returned false negatives for nearly half of certain samples. Abbott says that those results are not consistent with other studies. The FDA says the Abbott test can still be used, but patients with negative results might need to be retested with a more sensitive test. Detroit has used the machines to test first responders, city workers, and people in nursing homes. The tests have also been used at the White House. And meanwhile, pressure is building for states to reopen. And now the CDC has issued guidelines on how to safely do just that. The agency posted a one-page checklist for schools, workplaces, restaurants, camps, and childcare programs. And they need to follow social distancing guidelines, regulate the number of people inside, and increase cleaning. Gabe Gutierrez has more on the debate that's underway all around the country.
Across Wisconsin, confusion. More businesses are reopening amid a patchwork of local health restrictions after the state Supreme Court overturned the governor's stay-at-home order.
Everything is too political. People should just use good judgment.
I think we all have to be careful, but being careful doesn't necessarily mean being locked up.
The governor is warning a rushed reopening will lead to more deaths.
Many more people could get sick and overwhelm our hospitals, but not if we stay the course and stay home.
Cheers!
Clearly, not everyone's staying home. Some bars and restaurants are packed.
After my employees haven't been paid now in 2 months, I had to look out for them and their families, and I had to look out for my business.
Now, the CDC is releasing previously delayed guidelines for workplaces nationwide on how and when to safely reopen. Some of the recommendations promote healthy hygiene practices, intensify cleaning, disinfection, and ventilation, and check for signs and symptoms of employees daily upon arrival. At least 5 states are expected to start a limited reopening today, including parts of New York, 54 days after its stay-at-home order first went into effect.
We're happy just to be able to be open in some semblance.
Governor Andrew Cuomo warns this doesn't mean the coronavirus crisis is over.
Phased reopening does not mean the problem has gone away. It means we have controlled the problem because of what we did.
New York City, the nation's coronavirus epicenter, remains under a shutdown order. But here in upstate New York today, businesses such as construction and manufacturing will begin to reopen. So will retail stores with curbside pickup. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Syracuse, New York.
All right, Gabe, thank you for that. Stocks have been kind of up and down this morning. They fell to start the day on news of a record plunge in retail sales, but the Dow did make it into positive territory at one point, and this is a look at where things stand right now. Okay, so it's safe to say our way of life probably won't be back to normal for a while. But coming up, a popular Metro Detroit hotel tells us what's changing inside of its rooms to keep coronavirus out. And these are things that you'll likely see at hotels across the country from here on out. We'll have a closer look at that and getting one of the holiest places in the world ready for worship again. We'll have a look at how the Vatican is being sanitized.